Okay, and we're back. And now we know where the legs are.
Yeah.
So maybe we can do something about our nobody.
Yeah, welcome back to Mega Man X, where we talk about
Not Mega Man X.
all the drama
About Game of Thrones.
in politics.
And the fandom.
Yeah, man. That's all we talk about here.
The fandom menace.
In the Skullcast.
Okay, so the last part about passion projects.
So you were talking about sensitive topics and very controversial.
This is the thing. You finish your weird project.
Yeah, sure.
And you release it and no one likes it. What happens? The thing is, when do you know that maybe you don't have the taste or the humor or I mean your passion project is just garbage?
Well,
when do you give up?
I just told you about this indie game that's getting a lot of attention. No, it's not here. This indie game, it had very good
Well, did it have a Kickstarter campaign?
Yes.
Okay.
And it did well. I think it had very good, how do you say this,
hype
sources, or like, you know, it was
the inspiration.
Yes.
Okay.
Good sources of inspiration. Definitely things that are popular.
So what's the game name? Let's start from there.
Nah, we should just talk about it some other day, I think.
Okay, we can talk it in detail some other day, but come on, just tell the people.
Okay, it's Y2K. It's Y2K. Everybody hates it.
Okay.
It probably sucks. All right. I thought it looked kind of interesting back in the Kickstarter, but I think it failed because just the writing is atrocious.
Okay.
It seems like it's terrible, and like the problem is the guy who made it. I don't know. Some people say
big ego.
Some people say that, yes, or maybe it's a yes man problem. Like everybody was like, yes, this is good, yes, just do it, just do whatever. And
but shouldn't? Well, I don't know. But shouldn't I mean, the backers from the source from the Kickstarter should be able to more or less play the thing and give some useful feedback.
I don't know, man.
Or well, I don't know. Maybe
that's another question. Is how are bad games made? How does nobody actually, you know, realize it's so bad until it's done?
Well, I think most problems are of course caused by like management. It's always management.
Yeah, but in this case, it was not.
Yeah, it was not management.
It was not a management decision.
No management.
Yes, it was just a fundamental decision of the game.
You see, that's the problem I was saying. Is the game is fundamentally either boring or bad or lame or just not interesting enough, and that's because that's a part of the game of the creator, of the developer.
Yeah, in this case they actually included like part of the text. A lot of the text of the game is sort of like it reads like a book, you know.
Okay.
Things are described such as if they were happening in a book. Like he raised his eyes and looked into hers, and whatever things like that. You usually don't do that in games unless you're in a you know a fucking novel game. How do you call this?
Yeah. Okay. Also, you like stop the game and the little text actually describe things as if it was a book?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's not only dialogue, it's like, yeah, a character saying, no, not a character, just a narrator just saying,
it's narrating the game.
Yeah, he looked into her eyes and they blah 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 blah.
What kind of game is it? Is it like an RPG?
It's an RPG. Yes.
So more or less same mechanics, random encounters, things like that.
Jeez, sort of same mechanics, but I would say they are flawed in a whole nother kind of way.
So besides the boring text and
the battle animation is boring.
Oh.
The waiting times.
Oh. Also, it's actually a mess everywhere.
It's broken in many ways.
Huh.
All right. But anyway, I think we should talk about it
in detail.
some other time.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm just saying that's like another way things can go wrong.
But but my question
like
remains.
I'm sure this was a passion project because
Of
Earthbound. I mean, they were probably all fans of that game. It's a great game. It's so interesting. The game looked pretty cool in the Kickstarter.
Of course.
I know they had the right idea, but they just couldn't do it.
Okay, so or maybe that's what they think it is good. And that again, back to my question: how do you avoid this? Because it seems like it's just yet another story where your ego is so huge that you just simply think you know best,
Yeah.
and everyone else is wrong.
Yeah, that was probably the case there. I don't know.
So
yeah.
maybe there's no solution. I mean, either you are humble enough to accept that you suck, your things, your ideas suck, or you are going to like mess up everything. There's no middle point.
Well, you could also, avoid the yes man problem by hiring a team of people with a good sense of
whatever you're trying to achieve.
yeah, and actually listen to them. But well, once again, that's the ego problem, right? Because people with a huge ego,
They are not going to do that.
They will not listen to what other people say, and
and they will probably maybe never even start by hiring people or getting surrounding themselves. They are not even going to do that.
Okay,
So there's no solution.
No, there is a solution.
Well, but I mean, you have to be aware that you need a team, or at least you need honest opinions.
Well, much like all mental health problems, it's not your fault, but you have to take action.
Through that.
Yeah, if you have an ego problem, you need to take action on it. You need to listen to what other people tell you, and actually listen to them.
I think, but once again, I mean that's like the obvious thing that if it was that easy, everyone would do it.
It's not easy.
Of course, I mean in principle,
no,
like just listen to people.
Yeah.
In principle, it's absolutely.
Oh, I know it's not easy. I mean, hell no, it's not.
So that's the thing. How? What would be your I don't know if solution or your tip?
Well, if I could give some advice, it's just I don't know. I'm sure this is not something revolutionary that I'm saying. Just listen to common knowledge.
I don't know. But that's already the step that people don't take. I think the first step, and I say this because I sometimes apply this principle. If there's, for example, some sort of competitive game that I know I will probably lose and maybe get angry,
Okay.
the first thing you have to keep in mind is like, okay, I have to more or less
Oh God,
remain in a good mood because I know harsh things are coming. I mean, if you more or less know that you you get hurt when people criticize your things.
Okay.
You have to, from the first day, be constantly aware that you're going to get angry, but you must not say anything. I mean, you have to take it, and you have to try to listen. I think that's the thing. I mean, you have to be aware from the first day. Mm-hmm. That's it. Because if you don't, you are never going to listen. You're never going to look at yourself. That's the problem.
Passion projects also have that huge problem because people are so passionate about it.
Yeah, they think that they are their projects. The projects are themselves.
And they will also be like way less willing to listen to feedback because it's something they've been working so hard like.
Yeah, and of course the thing is the fact that it's. Oh man, you did it!
Holy shit!
You did it.
First try somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, if it's your thing, your project, of course you're going to be. It's easy to think that only you know how to actually properly do it.
Yes, you are most qualified.
Exactly. You're the only one who understands.
Exactly. Those heretics, they don't know.
Yeah, those fuckers should shut up and let the genius work alone and in peace.
Because actually, in many cases, that makes sense. Like we just said, most of the problems come from like a heartless,
meddling.
Yes, a disgusting team of people who don't know anything, trying to impose their marketing-centric opinion.
Yeah, but that only happens in big companies. I think that problem is only a result of huge corporations and focused teams and market research and those things. I mean, indie games should not have that problem. I mean, if you're actually getting opinions from people, they probably are people close to you. You should maybe trust them. I don't think marketing crap is a problem for indie games. At least not when the game is being like started. Maybe when it's already done and they are looking for like a publisher, maybe.
All right.
But I don't think that's a problem from the beginning.
No, it's not. But well, I don't know. We're talking about people with huge ego issues.
Yeah,
and they might think that. I mean, they might think that other people are just gonna interfere with their vision.
Oh no, I know, and that's what I say. I mean, that's the only advice you can give, and the only one you need. Be humble, and listen to people. No, be humble. That's the thing, and get ready because you're not gonna like it. I mean, come on. When we were developing Minidoom, we thought about many things.
Oh yeah.
Mechanic, weapons, how sprites should look, and of course, I mean, when they tell you your sprites look awful and we need something different, it's horrible and you feel really bad. But you knew that was coming. So when you're aware that you're not going to be happy at some point, you just say, okay, yeah, I was expecting this, so it's not that bad. Now, just take it and listen and change it, and you will be much happier later.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think people don't realize that you're not going to be happy. It's going to be painful to kill your darlings.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way they say it, right?
At least in writing. Yep.
Kill your darlings. Be ready to.
Yeah, to slaughter them because it's going to be nasty.
Yeah, be ready to make the difficult decisions.
That's it. Just be ready for pain. That's the thing. Because when you arrive to that moment, you know that these changes will probably be for good.
And any type of feedback is good feedback. Like, yeah. Like, you're gonna say, hey, this guy doesn't know anything about games, and he's complaining about this fact about my game, so I shouldn't listen to him.
Yeah, no, you're right. Any feedback is good feedback.
But
I mean,
it's
of
actually...
course there are obvious trolls, of course.
Well, sure.
But yes, I would agree that every single people that like honestly plays your game,
honest feedback.
Yes.
I mean,
it doesn't matter how much. I mean, if it's a good or a bad gamer, if it's young or old or whatever. Yeah, that's true. If they are playing honestly, their feedback is good.
It is useful. It is up to the developer.
Yeah, to take the good part.
To know how to use this feedback.
Yep.
And if you think that you shouldn't listen to people because
because they are not maybe your target audience,
or dumb or whatever, then
or too young. I mean, there was a lot of people playing Minidoom who were like, yeah, you're a baby. You probably shouldn't be playing Minidoom in the first place.
Yeah. And hell no, that's not the case.
But yeah, if a child can play your game is probably very well suited for being played by people.
What the?
Oh, that's not fair.
Wow. Hey.
That's not fair.
Too harsh, Capcom. Too harsh. Okay, wait. I need to get here.
Okay, you know what? Maybe we should. I think we should write a post about this.
What?
Get ready for pain, for emotional pain. That's the only way to get to make your game better.
Well, not only games, man. Any form of art.
Okay, but I mean,
Are you like, I don't know, writing something? Maybe writing a story. This is the same type of advice works for any creative endeavor.
But that's the thing. I think when you're a writer, there's already this. I'm not gonna say there's a good book of rules, more or less in the collective unconscious,
Fucking die.
where people know that if you're a writer, you are going to experience some sort of pain along the way.
All right.
But I think game development is kind of different. I mean, you
shit,
go
man.
because it's interesting and cool and awesome, and you're going to build your dream game, and you're going to be
A millionaire.
okay, maybe not so much a millionaire.
Well, that's part of the game dream, man.
I know,
That's
I
what
know.
they sell us.
But that's the thing.
with movies like indie
no
game.
one talks about the horrible things. That's my point.
Calavera Studio talks about the horrible things about game design.
Yes, exactly. Because it needs to be said.
Someone needs to say it. Nah, I'm pretty sure someone said it, but
I don't know, man. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe not enough people say that because, I'm going to repeat myself. I mean, writers know what's coming. Game developers do not. That's the problem.
yeah, it's true that game developers sometimes, I think they are just underprepared for their task, which game development is one of the hardest things you can do, like, ever.
Wait, what's the weapon against this guy?
It's the magnetic.
Oh,
guy.
right. So he's naked.
Yeah.
It's all about undressing these enemies.
Well, Mega Man X. We know what the X stands for now, I guess. Mega Man
Lewd
Triple X,
robots.
Double X, I guess. Not X2.
That would be an interesting mod.
Wait, are we gonna? I guess I should die and we just start a new episode, cause
Okay, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.